All right, Jake, thank you very much. New at 3, Shelby County Mayor Lee Harris presented his $1.7 billion budget to the County Commission last week, saying it may mean a tax cut for homeowners. The plan asks commissioners to slash the property tax rate by 2%. Now, if approved, Harris says the new rate would be the lowest in Shelby County in 30 years. The budget proposal contains $500 million to rebuild Regional 1, among other projects. Here to talk more about next year's budget and other issues affecting the county are Commissioners Charlie Caswell and Amber Mills. Welcome back. Glad to have you here on the News at 3. How's everybody been doing?
Doing well. Good to be here with you.
Good. Let's talk about this proposed property tax cut.
Yeah.
Will it float? Will it survive?
Well, I say this is that I still got questions about it. I'm looking forward to getting the budget book to where we can truly look inside of there. When we talk about budget cut, we know that there are new appraised values from the state. And so it may look as it appears you're coming down from 339, but the value is still the same pretty much. It's just at a lower price point. I like for my elder colleague on the body who can go.
Wait a minute. All right, where are we going with this?
Who's been through about 6 budgets now.
Commissioner, how do you see it? Are you sold on this budget proposal?
Absolutely not, Alex. We start at 339 in budget year 2025 is equal to 273 budget year 2026. There is not a tax cut. The certified tax rate that we were told by Mayor Harris is that it's 273, but I asked for the letters that they sent. I don't even know that the state has confirmed the $2.73. I don't know where he's getting a tax cut out of that. That is the certified rate, so there is no windfall because it is an appraisal year.
So where do we go from here? What happens next if you guys, if you folks, obviously you're not sold on this?
Yeah, and I'm gonna say in part, me being sold on it still is that I want to look at from, like I talk about many times, that I've seen where we went 2 pennies back on the tax some years ago, and we still got much needs in our community. We're talking about still needing new schools, whether it's in South Memphis, Orange Mound. We got 50-year-old schools. We got new jails, no doubt. We talk about that often, that need to be looked at and replaced. There's so many things we still need to do instead of kicking the can down the road. We need to be addressing it now, or we're going to be dealing with it a lot worse, I think, paying a lot more later and putting a lot more burdens, I feel, on the taxpayer.
Commissioner Mills, is part of the problem the relationship between the administration and commissioners? I mean, some people have said recently it has become maybe a bit rocky?
Well, I think it's very disrespectful. We had a 2-week delay in the budget proposal. We did not get the budget was not placed online until yesterday afternoon. We still do not, they did not want to give us a physical copy of the proposed budget. We still don't have that. I'm insisting on that. And we have our I don't see it doing well, because what I have seen, a quick glance, there is a $50 million salary restriction for the sheriff again. We tried to get legislation passed to stop that, but Representative Tom Leatherwood killed it in the House. Senator Taylor passed it in the Senate, so we've got to deal with that. We have now defunded the police to the tune of about $150 million over the last 4 years. That's unacceptable. That's in there. There's a $30 million of our savings that's used to balance the budget. We have a $5 wheel tax increase again, but we're not calling it a wheel tax now. We're calling it car registration fee. We're changing words on a lot of stuff. So we don't even have the basics that we are required to cover without using it's a mess, I think.
It's a mess. So how can we work this out, though? I mean, where is there room for a compromise here?
Well, I think it's still, we got to be honest with ourselves and do the hard work. We're going to have to go down in there. And again, it doesn't hurt when we're just getting the books and getting the information. Then we just only have about 2 more meetings to have to hash all of this out. There's still some hard conversations going to have to be had. I think that when we talk about whether it's the money that's what we need for public safety, for our sheriff department, or if it's dollars that we need for our community, we need to be looking at this in a holistic type of way. And it would be best for us if we all just came together with the sheriff, with others, to say this is what's going to be best for Shelby County instead of the fight that we seem to have to continue to do because we're not doing the right thing in the front.
Right. One other issue I do want to talk with you about that has really grabbed a lot of attention here in Memphis and Shelby County, the XAI project, the health concerns that a lot of people have voiced, especially in those neighboring communities. Where do we stand on this issue? What are we missing out on here? What should we be focused on? Is this a great project?
So I'm gonna say this is just from face value up front. I saw the footprint of bringing so many other businesses and opportunity here. When it comes to the health, I hear the public. I was at the meeting. I understand where they're coming from. If we're talking about the turbines and it's causing a health issue, we don't need to put the burden on our community to that capacity. It's not worth lives being taken. Yet at the same time, we have to find other ways because we don't want to lose jobs and opportunity in one of the poorest communities and poorest cities in this county. When you talk about bringing jobs here for opportunity.
Commissioner Mills, how do you see this, XAI?
I see this as a huge opportunity for Memphis and Shelby County. If there are concerns, address them, but not yelling and holding up signs. Have a conversation. I hate to see the division. It looks like political division, maybe some angst against Elon Musk. I mean,
are you concerned we could possibly lose this project and he take
I
it
think they're
someplace
invested
else?
here, and we need to embrace them and have the concerns of some people addressed, but not a yelling match, not with signs, not with name calling.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see what happens. By the way, somebody has a birthday coming up. Do they not?
It's today.
Wait, happy birthday, Charlie Caswell.
And it's the city of Memphis' birthday.
Right.
Both of us.
Commissioner, were we invited to a party?
Yeah, you're invited.
Well, now we are.
Let's go.
Okay. All right, Charlie. I've been knowing you a long time.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
a lot. Happy
Thanks a
birthday,
lot.
by the way,
Thank
Amber
you.
Mills. Always good to see you.
Good to see you.
A short break. We'll be back in just a moment.